2 rubber bands. Is that a requirement for a magic trick?
Robert requested it.
Okay.
Robert has a. Oh, yeah.
Isaac, frankly, doesn't have enough hair for 2 rubber bands.
All right. So I just want to say hi to folks coming on the call. I see we got Chris. We know we got Robert Strong on the call, which is super exciting. We got Chris. We got Austin. We got Beth Fuller. Hello. By the way, Beth Fuller had the idea for Gardening Days and did one at HashiCorp, and I credit her for the success of our new community effort. So thank you, Beth, for joining us. I see Cameron, Carlos, we've talked to you. We got Chris Tan, we got Ed Chen. We got a lot of great people from Armory here today. We've got Rin Oliver joining us. And we're live on YouTube. Oh, so it's not a background. I can share my screen and show that thing, but I don't know that we need to promote this event during this event, do we?
Yeah.
Gonna shut up and dance. Peter, do I need to do anything? Like make you a host?
No, just do what you're doing.
Okay. I'm so excited for the magic show. I'm kind of wondering if we should do the magic show earlier.
No, make them wait.
Make them wait for it. So we'll kind of dance and hang out for like 5 minutes, and then I guess I'll start talking. I kind of want to get some check-ins from and see what our teams are doing. Do I see folks with a adult or child beverages on the call? Because I just want to let you know that adult and child beverages are welcome on the call.
Wait, I need to get mine.
Because it's happy hour. So I have a happy hour beverage, and I also have a caffeinated beverage, because guess what? I'm staying up all night with you, my Spinnaker gardeners, and I can't wait until 2 p.m. tomorrow when I can take a nap. But in between now and then, I have this matcha beverage from Methodology that I'm very excited to drink. But I'm saving it until the very end, because this is me at my natural energy level with no caffeine after the first all-nighter. Can you believe that? That's why this is the perfect career for me, apparently. All right. I said I was going to start talking later, but I didn't wait. This is, by the way, reminder to record. Yeah, we should record this. Thank you, Robert. See, Robert's a professional. I'm finding that. All right, so we're gonna record to the cloud. So this is DJ Hot Dang that we have on the call. I'm not sure if you heard about his budding DJing career, but he's got one. And it's promising.
Roz, this is my inaugural performance.
Did Isaac come back? We're gonna have him on the call.
I'm here.
You're here. Okay, cool.
There with
cool.
his child.
Oh, with a kiddo. What's your daughter's name, Isaac? I forgot.
What's your name? Robin.
Robin. Really nice to meet you, Robin. I heard you like magic. Yeah?
Well, I have a little boy running around here somewhere who likes magic more, but.
My little boy who likes magic is MIA. He must be at the park, which he can't play at the park, so I'm not sure what he's doing. He's probably just running around in a circle and loving it.
So that's it. Just being we got kiddos and puppies and kitties.
Chris, if you want to introduce your little, you should.
This is my youngest, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy. Welcome, Lucy. Do you love magic too?
Yeah, and a few weeks ago, me and my friend did science.
You and your friend what?
Did science. They did science.
You did science? Woo! Science is magic.
Amazing.
Science is actual magic. Did you know that? And we really need.
And we found a ghost egg inside a water jar.
A ghost egg?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That sounds incredible. I've never seen a ghost egg before.
It's not really real,
And you
but
know that because you're a scientist.
and also it's just made of water, and you can really touch it.
Folks, we got about 3 more minutes that we want people to allow to trickle in. So pour yourself a drink, get comfortable, dance with Rods because it's really sad that she's dancing by herself.
Actually, she's not going to be dancing by herself. Can you spotlight me?
Rods, can you spotlight
I don't know how.
whoever just spoke?
How do you spotlight? Do you just click on them?
Oh, click in the top right-hand corner and you should be able to spotlight me, yeah? You keep playing the music because I'm going to have a dance partner for you. Doug?
I don't know what spotlight means.
Find a good song.
Robert Strong. I can click on Robert. I don't know how.
Can everybody see Doug?
More. Spotlight, spotlight. Yeah, got it.
Doug, dance. Doug, dance. Try to get him to dance.
Love this song.
I know you do.
He's very shy about his dancing. Let's try one more.
Aww. Dance with me, puppy dog.
Ready? No dancing. He's very shy about his dancing. He only does it when he's alone, apparently.
Aww. Well, now you know. We're helping you validate all your tricks here.
Maybe it's the wrong song. Maybe you like slow music. Well, thanks for trying.
Ooh.
I'll send it back to you, Roz.
We'll try again. We'll try again soon. I want to look at who else we have on the call. We have some exciting people on the call. For example, we have Chini on the call, and Chini is our leader on our leaderboard and has been from the beginning of Spinnaker Gardening Days to the bitter end. Well, we don't know because I don't get the results for today until tonight, and I don't get the results for tomorrow until the next night. But I have a stinking suspicion that Chini is going to remain in the lead. So, hi, Chini. So happy to have you here. And so super happy to have you as a new part of the Spinnaker community. I'm going to shove as many SIGs and projects down your throat as I can until you get sick of me. So thank you so much for joining us. And Chini told me today that she loves the event. So,
Yay.
who else is on the call? We got Fernando Freer, who designed the, worked with the team at Armory, leveraged some infrastructure that we already had, but did a lot of work on his own to design an environment for us to use. So,
Yeah.
But I said I wasn't going to start talking about that yet. Ooh, you see?
We have about a minute left. We want to make sure that everyone that's able. Okay,
How's
it's
it going?
now. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today on this. Am I muted? No. Okay, good.
No, you're not.
Thanks everyone for joining us today. This is Spinnaker, our first happy hour. We are in the midst of our 36-hour hackathon. Hopefully we can kind of take this time to kind of chill out a little bit, maybe dance with Roz because she doesn't want to dance by herself. And then after that, we have excellent entertainment tonight. I wanted to introduce everyone to Robert Strong. Say hi, Robert.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Robert is our CMO, Chief Magic Officer for tonight. He will be doing a set later in the evening, and I have no idea what's going to happen. Rumor has it that someone might get sawed in half. Rumor has it that someone might, get transported to Mars. We'll see. I mean, it really depends. Like we're all here. This is a global community. It's 6 p.m. here, but right now in New York City, it's 9:30 p.m. Thank you, New York, for staying up with us. In Singapore, it is, do the math, please. I know all of you guys.
World Time Buddy, worldtimebuddy.com.
Okay, World Time Buddy, and then I know Jason McIntosh has a cool hack that he plants all over Slack. Wanted to introduce our event hosts for tonight, Armory. Thanks for everyone from Armory for showing up. Love seeing everyone's face here. Roz, do you want to take a quick second to talk about our platinum sponsor, Armory, for tonight?
Yeah, are we platinum? Did I say that?
What's over platinum? I don't know.
We're all the medals. We're sponsoring with all the medals this time. So, yeah, Armory is the sponsor of Gardening Days this time. We are actually the folks behind the scenes buying the prizes as well as organizing the event. And the reason that we're doing that is because it is incredibly important to us at Armory to invest in this community, invest in the Spinnaker community, because we understand that as the Spinnaker community grows, as the product becomes even more and more robust and viable for enterprises around the world to use in their large scale workloads, like the more that community can grow and the more that we can get folks from those companies using Spinnaker to come into the community and contribute and talk through solutions with us and participate in governance and like just chip away at this stuff, the more like the better the future is for everyone. It's not just about us at Armory. It's about like, this is a way that we can give back and increase the leverage that we all have to impact our society by so much. So I could blabber about that for a long time, but that's the reason that Armory is sponsoring this. And that's the reason, I mean, Armory sponsors me. Hey, like this is my full-time job. All I do is focus on building the Spinnaker community and focus on making it a success and enabling you to have what you need to make it successful for yourself too. So that's what this is all about. And that's why Armory is here. And that's why we're proud to sponsor this event. And here is my kiddo dressed as a Wookiee. So back to you, Peter.
Awesome. Thank you, Roz. That was great. Just a quick pitch. You know, I have to say it, but, you know, Armory is hiring, and you can talk to me either now or after the event. I would love to see, we have a bunch of roles that, or not a bunch, you know, it's slow growth, but we're getting there. You know, we're recovering and we want to make sure that we share, you know, a lot of the candidates that I speak to, I'm a part of the recruiting team there. A lot of the candidates that I speak to really do appreciate and they see alignment between the open source kind of ethos of contributing and being very open. It aligns well with what we value here at Armory, which is essentially transparency, trust in your team, making sure work gets done and, you know, you fail fast and you don't get blamed for it. So it's something that we all really cherish and value here. And we hope that if you or anyone you know that may be looking, and I know that there are a lot of people looking right now, but we will try to address every referral, every application to the best of our ability. So thank you so much for coming again. We did have one more quick pitch from our other, you know, we can call them gold, silver, we'll call them gold, you know.
No,
gold.
it's our compute sponsor. They could have compute sponsor. Yeah.
Roz,
I won't say any more.
Can you actually say more, please?
Yeah, so I was bragging on Fernando a little bit earlier, and actually now I know how to spotlight people. I want to do this. Let's do this. I want to spotlight Fernando since I'm not sure that we have a representative from AWS on the call. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about what does a compute sponsorship mean? And this was something that came out as like sort of an organic idea as part of this event. Like how can we, because we had a gardening days in April and it was great and people loved it, but what we noticed was the biggest blocker is that folks had a really hard time like getting up and running with Spinnaker so that they could start contributing. And we thought, you know, brainstorm, like how could we lower that barrier of entry from people in a really meaningful way? And someone at Armory suggested, well, like, why don't you talk to AWS? I'm sure they could. Spotlight power is dangerous. Yeah. I don't know what, raise your hand if you want me to take you off Spotlight. But yeah, so somebody at Armory recommended that we like ask Amazon to foot the bill for the compute. But then it's the question of like, how do we do that? Like, how do we share, how do we delegate access to this like complex system for all of our attendees? And Fernando figured out a way using our managed. Look at that. Look at how proud you are of your Fernando. Yay! You're welcome to talk, by the way. You can talk instead of me, Fernando. Tell us can you tell us a little bit about your solution, or do you not want to?
I forgot how it works. I don't recall. No,
Whatever.
No. We have a managed team here, so it's kind of like a pseudo professional services deal. But basically, you know, if you're not comfortable operating Spinnaker on your own, we'll operate Spinnaker on your behalf. And so there's a lot of infrastructure that goes into automating that and making that pretty simple to use. So we leverage that to stand up the environment that is actually being used for gardening days here. So it's an EKS cluster that's multi-tenant. So, you know, you have a namespace that you can operate in, and we're using the open source Spinnaker operator to stand up Spinnaker and kind of get you going quickly. So at least in terms of the workshop, the goal was to make it as straightforward as possible to get to the point where you could actually start developing Spinnaker. So yeah, is that good? Do you want more technical, less technical?
That's good. No, that's good. I mean, if you have more technical stuff to say, I'm sure folks on the call may be interested in that, but no burden on you to like continue to talk if you.
Oh, totally. There isn't too much else to it, I suppose. So if you're unfamiliar with Spinnaker Operator, it's basically a Kubernetes operator that essentially emulates what a human operator would do to stand up Spinnaker on their own. So we have an open source version of that you know, does the basics and gets you going and allows you to configure Spinnaker in a way that makes the most sense for your environment. So we're using that, and then we've got a light bit of automation to like stand up namespaces and configure credentials so that you can actually connect to that EKS cluster and manage Spinnaker in the way that makes the most sense for your team. In this case, for the hackathon.
Yeah. Sorry, someone just sent me a Slack message and I'm like, are people looking for the password to the Zoom room? Because I would be. Oh, okay, found it. I hope you're here, Sean. Okay, I was listening though, Fernando. And yeah, and you mentioned the Spinnaker operator, and I'm glad you brought that up. So for folks who are interested in operating Spinnaker on their own, but again, finding like a smoother, more manageable way to do that, you can check out the Spinnaker operator. It's in the Armory organization on GitHub right now. It is an open source tool, and it will be ultimately donated to the Spinnaker project, but for nimbleness, we haven't done that yet. We're still iterating on it. And as part of that, we would love to have your feedback on it. So please try the operator, check it out. But yeah, back to the environment and back to our compute sponsorship with AWS. This was just a really clever way to leverage AWS's investment in the Spinnaker community and their desire to empower folks and get people hooked on EKS, because it is an easy way to develop for Spinnaker, and that's really powerful. And marrying that with some of this infrastructure that we've set up for our own managed environment through Terraform, et cetera. So I just want to say a big thank you to AWS for empowering us in this way. I think it's been a freaking huge game changer for this event. Like, it got people in and got people contributing to Spinnaker like that. And that's exactly what we wanted. So just for those of you, if you're watching this video later, or if you maybe haven't had the opportunity to engage that you wanted in this event, we're going to do this again. I'm going to beg AWS for more money. And we are going to do this again in October before Spinnaker Summit. And you will have the opportunity to set up your development environment and make your mark without having to worry too much about the nuts and bolts of setting up your environment. And then if you need help going forward with like making that your own, then maybe we can help you with that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's our word. That's our word about our sponsor.
Thank you so much, Roz.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. I'm ready to say more stuff. If
yeah. Do you want to take the spotlight off Fernando really quick? Because I think.
Oh, shirt. Okay.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us, or thank you everyone for joining us here today. I know that this is something that Roz and I have been looking forward to and working on so hard. So it's something that we really appreciate everyone showing face for. You know, this is version 2 of Spinnaker Gardening Days, and version 3. Do we know when that's going to be, Roz?
Roughly. So Spinnaker Summit is currently slated for October 26th through 28th, but the world as it is, we are kind of thinking about what the best approach is to delivering it as a virtual event. And there is a special interest group that works on that. That's the Spinnaker Summit SIG. And we are meeting again next week to discuss what to do. And part of that is definitely informed by what we did here this week. We're going to have a contributor experience days that leads up to the event. That's another gardening days, E3. And so I would expect for that to happen in approximately the 3rd week of October. It could be the 2nd or 3rd week of October that we are looking at this. I thought about potentially doing it for 2 weeks because people said, like, is it already over? But like, I don't know if I can do it for 2 weeks. So we'll see. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll do 10 days or something, but it'll be like 2nd half of October.
Awesome.
And I put Isaac on spotlight because I think it's and Robin. What is Levi?
Yeah.
Levi. Okay, so we got Levi, Isaac, and Robin on the call. And Isaac, I was hoping that you could say a few words. Armory made the official announcement today that Isaac has, I tried to use the word ascended in the press release and I was shot down. I thought it's an ascension because Isaac's been in the Spinnaker community for 3 years and he also has a ton of experience with high scale, high load enterprise workloads and software systems. Like he is the man for that. So it's really exciting to see him ascend to the Spinnaker Steering Committee. He was nominated by Andy Glover, and he's already like taking a leadership role and getting the steering committee to move forward with steering on some really important things that the Spinnaker project needs to focus on as we evolve in this next stage as a open source project. So Isaac, I wanted to give you the floor for a few minutes, seriously, like the serious floor time, so that you can talk to us about the steering committee and what are your goals, and what do you want to say? Over to you, Isaac.
Yeah, sure. So first, I'm very honored and grateful to be on that steering committee. Actually, Rosalind, it's been almost 4 years. So we started Armory in 2016. And we started Armory really with the concept of software delivery being a critical a critical component to being any type of software organization. And we could have chosen to build Armory on top of any underlying open source system. Give me a second. We could have built. There's a lot of other open source CD tools out there, right? And we looked around, and when we also could have built one ourselves. And so why did ultimately we choose Spinnaker to really kind of hang our hats on and to build an entire company on? And what we really came down to was just, again, it just comes down to the community and the people that were in there, right? There's folks from all of the major cloud providers themselves who are contributing to the project and have contributed to the project. And at that time, it was Pivotal, Microsoft, Google, and Netflix. And now we have cloud providers from all over the world. I saw that Oracle is also starting to contribute more into the project. Amazon. Actually, Amazon was not contributing at the very early stages of Spinnaker in 2016, but now they're going full force, right? Ali is leading up the ECS development there, and we're interacting with the folks at Amazon all the time now to get them to contribute more to Spinnaker, and that's fantastic to see. And so we started our company on the notion that Spinnaker was really going to take over the world. And there was only a handful of people in the community. And now if you look at the community, it's growing really, really fast. There's a bunch of people from all over the world starting to contribute and participate in so many different ways than just coding into Spinnaker. But even you, Roz, holding these events and bringing all of us together, right? When did you start at Armory? October, so not even a year ago. It hasn't even been a year, and so we've come a really, really long way. And I'm just proud of the community that we've built, and Roz, all the work that you're doing here to continue to bring us together and to help us grow, because I believe that what we have that I think is unique from any other community in the people is that we have these experienced engineers who know how to deploy stuff in the cloud, right? Our code and our product that we build for an open source is really the amalgamation of everybody's best practices. This is not what goes into the open source product is, it's years of experience, right? It's years of failures, years of trying things that did not work out. Like Kayenta, for example, that isn't the first, canarying analytics service that was built by Netflix and or Google, right? This is the third generation. And it's the knowledge of all of the people in the community put into it. So that's the part that really gets me really, am I boring you?
No, it's fascinating.
Yeah, he's ready for the magic. So that's like the first thing. As far as me joining the steering committee and what I think I can bring is, of course, we work really closely with a bunch of enterprise customers, folks who have thousands or tens of thousands of developers with thousands of applications. So these very, very large scale, high complex use cases, and being able to bring that to the steering committee to help guide the project on behalf of the people that I talk to every single day about how they use Spinnaker. And one of those things that I think I'll be evangelizing here for the next year is really the plugin system, because one of the things that has been challenging, and we've overcome this to a certain extent, is just like, look how far we've come without something like the plugin system. It's still fairly challenging to kind of get engaged with Spinnaker, but when you have something like a plugin system, it allows you to really customize it for your needs in a way that hasn't been possible before. Now, what that means for the community and for these gardening days is twofold. One, we can bring other people into the community easier. So when, Roz, you're putting these events together, it's easier to have people come to these events and then leave with some sort of output that is meaningful. And then two, I think what it's really going to do is make the Spinnaker core more stable as we start pulling out these implementation specific details into their own plugins. Users can now benefit from this by pulling in only the bits that they need. So if you're only using AWS and Kubernetes, you don't need to pull in the GCP bits and the Azure bits. And vice versa, if you're using Azure and GCP, which some of our customers do, they don't need to pull in the AWS bits, right? And so ideally what this means for the core of Spinnaker is that we have a much more stable core. We have customers that are happier because they only have to deal with the bits that that they care about. And it improves in terms of not only stability, but even in terms of security, right? If you're not using the AWS cloud, then you shouldn't need to run the AWS bytes, right? And this means that there's a whole bunch of security concerns that you don't have to worry about. So those are that's what I really want to bring to the steering committee and the community, and really make a lot of noise about this, because I think what we're doing is really special. And what's really special, again, is the knowledge and the experience that all of the developers that are in the community have, and we codify those as interfaces, as best practices. But we worry about those implementation details later. And I think that's what makes us unique, and I think that's what's going to make us shine here, from here on out. So thank you, Ross.
I think so too. Well said, Isaac. And I think I think that that's a strong message for those of you who are trying to get into the Spinnaker community, or you're thinking about it. Like, we need you. We need your expertise, and you can bring that to the project and make it better than the sum of its parts. And that's our goal here. So thank you so much, Isaac. And I think it might be magic time. Should I go get my little Wookiee?
Yes, get the Wookiee.
Magic time. Magic time. And spotlight onto Robert.
Yes, please.
Spotlight on Robert Strong, CMO of everywhere. Okay, spotlight.
There we go. Hello, everyone.
There we go.
I am Robert Strong. I'll be your magician. Before we get started, let's go over some logistics. First of all, if you can turn your camera on, please do turn your camera on, because I can see you and this is an interactive show. It's not a show that's geared towards kids, but kids are absolutely welcome. They will enjoy the show. Also, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the mute button. Right now, I'd like to have everyone on mute, but at some points, I'm going to ask you to unmute. So know how to unmute yourself. Also, at the bottom in the center, you'll see the chat. If you click on that, you get a pop-up on the right-hand side. At some point during the show, everybody's going to type something into the chat bar. When you click the chat bar again, it disappears, so you can put that away for now. Also, since your mics are muted, I can't hear you. So if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. That's a yes. If I ask for a question and the answer is no, you give me a thumbs down. That's a no. And if you really like something and I can't hear you, let me know by applauding sign language style. That's this. Now I can see that. If everybody give me an applause so that I can see you understand. Excellent. I think we're just about ready to begin. And lastly, Peter, I think you are the host and so your security. If there is a Zoom bomb, you can actually kick them out permanently so that they cannot come back in. So I'd like to start the show with the world's fastest card trick. I mean, nobody in the world does a faster card trick. So right now I'm going to ask for your complete undivided focus attention because right here I have a deck of cards. I don't have anything else in my hands. I don't even have sleeves. I'm going to ask Chris Gruhl to unmute your microphone. Chris, would you name a playing card? Any card at all, Chris? Say it out loud.
Ace of Spades.
Watch very closely. I snap my fingers in a dramatic way. One card jumps to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to move slowly. It is your card. The Ace of Spades, the fastest card trick in the world. His head just exploded. You can mute yourself, Chris. I don't want everyone to think Chris is a plant or anything like that, so we're going to pick someone else. Tell me if I say it correctly. Is it Anasua? Would you unmute your microphone?
I go by Chini, sorry.
You go by Chi? Excellent. Would you name a completely different card and say it out loud?
Queen of Diamonds.
Watch. You know what we're known for is powerful continuous delivery. If I snap my fingers, your card, the Queen of Diamonds, is now the only card upside down in the deck. I'm going to try to hold out so you can see all the other cards are face up, but one card, and you said the Queen of Diamonds, there it is, the fastest card trick in the world. And the crowd goes wild. They're so stunned they can't even applaud. Oh, sit down now. A standing ovation. You're out of control. And you can mute yourself now. Gee, thank you. Now that's the world's fastest card trick. I'll tell you how I did it. I'll tell you the secret. I'm using technology, of course. I'm using Bluetooth technology, voice recognition, nano 3D printers, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cryptocurrency, a flux capacitor for the time travel, and of course, Spinnaker with Armory. Now I'm going to do something amazing with money because if I had real magic powers, if I could do magic for real, I would not be doing card tricks. I would be doing money tricks. Let's get out some money. Everybody watch very closely and count with me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 $1 bills. You can leave your mics off, but count with me in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Fernando, would you unmute your microphone? Would you name a language, any language at all? Say it out loud.
Portuguese.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Portuguese. You can mute your microphone. Ed Chen, would you name a different language? Unmute your microphone.
Chinese.
Chinese. Sun Su. Chinese. You can mute your microphone. Carlos, would you name another language?
Español.
Español. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can mute your microphone. Rin Oliver, would you name another language?
Japanese.
Japanese. Ich, di, san, chi, go. One more for good luck. Ryan Pay, would you name another language?
Russian.
Russian. Adin, Dava, Trich, and Tardi Piat. No matter what language you use, the magic's going to happen. I'm going to use a completely fictitious, made-up word. You ready? It's called Kubernetes. When I say that, I take all 5 $1 bills. I say the magic word Kubernetes, and then they start to change before your very eyes. That's right, to 100 times the value. So now I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, both sides. A visual metaphor, the return on investment you get when you use Armory.io. I'll turn them back to $1 bills. Worst trick ever. And the audience goes, boo, hate that trick. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And the crowd goes wild. Woohoo! Oh, thank you. Now what I like to do is get out something that I found while traveling the world. I have it right back here. And let me tell you what I call this. I call this test monkey integration. In a moment, you'll see why. It's an orange bar with 4 pom-poms, red, white, blue, yellow. In Espanol, we have rojo, blanco, azul, and yellow. Mi española sí así. Now here's where things get crazy. Here's where things get weird. Here's where things get loco. There's a long string on one side and a short string on the other side. The yellow pom-pom is connected to the red pom-pom. The blue pom-pom is connected to the yellow pom-pom. The white pom-pom is connected to the blue pom-pom. Even the red pom-pom is connected to the white pom-pom, and even the blue pom-pom is connected to the red. Now, there's always a long string on this side, or a short string on this side, or a long string on this side and a short string on this side, except for today, for gardening days, 2 long strings. In the middle, there's nothing at all. How's that for resilient deployment? I'll place it back together. Yay! It's the magic word, Kubernetes. When I say that, we go back to the very beginning, and I keep doing this until everybody applauds for me. Check that out, spontaneous applause. I'll take it, thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask everyone to stand up right where you are. Take a step back from the camera so I can see you. We're going to do something all together. Everybody hold out your arms just like me, like a Frankenstein. Excellent, good. Everybody show me your right hand. Take your right hand, place it over your left like so. Good. Rotate so your palms are facing your palms. Good. Lock your fingers and point your thumbs down. Peter, point your thumbs down. Good job, Rin. Everybody take your pointed down thumbs. Rotate like me. Rotate like me. Rotate like me. Keep going. Keep going. And then unwind. Shake it out. And now, stay standing right where you are. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. What I'm going to ask is, I'm going to ask each person to memorize just one card, but the card you memorize, please keep it a secret. So everybody look at the cards, remember the suit and the value. Do not forget your card. Everybody commit to one playing card. I'm going to attempt to read your minds. Once you've committed to one playing card, I'd like to ask everyone to raise a hand if you've memorized your card. Give the cards a little shuffle. Everybody's got a hand up. Okay, this is the card that I think just about everyone has selected. I'm going to place it in here in the top hat like so. Let's see, I guess, can you see that there? A little bit. Okay, good. And now I've just removed one card, everyone. Yeah, I think I got it right. Put your hand down if your card has vanished. Everybody's hand is down, so this is everybody's card? Well, now this one has vanished too. Okay, you can sit down, everyone. Very good.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, let's try something with the chat. Everybody open up the chat, please. Everyone open the chat. I'm going to ask you to type in one of 2 words, but you get to choose which word you type in. And what we're going to do is we're going to deploy at scale. We're all going to hit enter at exactly the same time. So everybody type either the word red or black. It is your choice, and it is an absolutely free choice. Now, before you hit send, I want to show everybody I have that deck of cards. I'm not going to switch it for any other cards. This deck will always be in view. So right now we should have about 20 people, 19 not including me, who have typed in red or black. Ready? On your mark, get set, deploy code at scale, hit send. There we go. Now what we've just done is we've essentially allowed you guys to pick a random order. I could have never known ahead of time who would have put red or black and which one would have arrived in time. So I'm going to ask Kevin Wu. Kevin Wu, would you unmute your microphone?
Hello.
Excellent. Where are you calling in from?
Daly City.
Daly City. All the way from Daly City. Kevin, would you please scroll to the top of the red, black, and I'm going to take the deck of cards out. I've not switched it. It's always been in view. My first card happens to be black, but that one doesn't count. I have hopefully predicted, or at least you guys have predicted, the order of the cards, whether they're red or black. So at the top, Kevin, what is the very first one?
Red.
So the card behind this one, if it's red, it's a small miracle. Very small because it's 50-50. But there it is. A small miracle. It is red. What is the next one?
Red.
Red. And the next one, again, let me clear that up. There we go. Is red. What's the next one after that?
Black.
Black. And there it is. It is black. Give me 2 in a row.
Black.
Black and?
Black.
Black. Give me 2 in a row.
Red, black.
That's red. And of course you said black. Give me 3 in a row.
Red, red, red.
Wow, that would be red. Red. Well, let's see if I can hit it. Red. And you said red. Are there any left?
Black, red, red.
Black, red. And you said red?
Yep. And then one last one is black.
Black. Looking cool, looking cool. A big round of applause for Kevin. Everyone, thank you, Kevin, for jumping in and helping out.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yay, Kevin.
Yay, Kevin. I want to try something with, since a lot of people are in the Bay Area. I should let you know my favorite time of the year is Halloween time. We got somebody in Daly City. I know Peter's in Palo Alto and some others, but these are some of my favorite candies. I wrote them on some paper here. Go ahead. You see there's a Heath bar. There's Almond Joy. I've got about 60 different favorite candies here. I'll give it a quick shuffle. And I also have a prediction here. Before the show started, I made a prediction and I'll place it right here in view. Let's get someone to help out. Who has not had a chance? Isaac, excellent. Oh, I'm going to use Isaac later. Let's use Isaac's kids. Hello, young man. What's your name?
Levi.
Levi, I've got all these cards here. I'm going to start putting them down. What we're going to do is we're going to pick together our favorite candy. Levi, you say stop anytime.
Stop.
Right there. We'll freeze it in place. You could have stopped me at 1,000 grand. You could have stopped me at Almond Joy. You could have stopped me at York Peppermint Patties. But let's see which one you stopped me at.
M&M's.
M&M's.
What?
M&M's.
Yeah.
Wait, Levi, stay on the call. Stay on the call, Levi. I'm gonna get out my Kubernetes, which is a glass. It's my container. I've got 6 colors here. These are all the different colors of M&M's. There's orange, brown, blue, green, yellow, and red. Would you pick a number from 1 to 6 and say it out loud?
4.
4. We count 1, 2, 3, 4. What color?
Green.
Green, correct.
Oh no, they're gonna be all green.
I feel like I'm in compliance here. Yes, they are all green, and it's the M&Ms you picked. Nicely done.
He says he wants to see it all over again.
I think I've got something just for you, Isaac, up my sleeve. No one knows what I'm going to do, not even you, Isaac. But over here, I've got another camera. That's camera number 3. There's a green bar, and there's some questions and answers. And Isaac, I call this Magic Jeopardy, 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 Jeopardy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to meet you over at camera, but camera 3. Okay. Isaac, I'm going to move the microphone so you can hear me also. I've got 20 different questions here. Isaac, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
What number would you like me to put it in? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
5.
5. We're going to do it 4 more times, but faster.
Stop.
What number?
4.
4.
Stop.
Stop.
What number?
3.
3.
Stop.
Stop.
What number?
1.
1.
1. Last one.
2.
Stop.
Where would you like it?
2.
Would you like me to trade any of these?
2 and 5.
You got it. Would you like me to take any out and switch within the pile?
No.
Okay, tell me when to stop for the answers.
A.
Stop.
Okay, what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
5.
5. We have a match. And the answer is
Pizza.
reading glasses, car keys, and Zoom's mute button. Again, the answer is reading glasses, car keys, and Zoom's mute button. And the question is, see if it's a match. 3 things my parents' generation can never find. That is a match. Isaac, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Where would you like it?
1.
1. We have a match. And the answer is bleach, Purell, and mask. And the question is, name 3 things that are in everyone's Amazon search history. That is a match. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Where would you like it?
2.
2. We have a match. And the answer is loop a video of yourself having a good time. The answer is loop a video of yourself having a good time. And the question, what is the best way to skip your friend's virtual happy hour? Yes, that is the correct answer. We have 2 more to go, Isaac. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Where would you like it?
4.
4. We'll go again. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Where would you like? 3. Would you like me to trade any?
Yes. Trade 3 and 4 answers.
Why did you say that? Just a
I don't
feeling?
know.
To try to make it a better trick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. The answer is for number 3. I am Groot. The answer is I am Groot. And the question, what is Groot's Wi-Fi password? That is a match. Do you want me to trade any, or are you happy with where we're at?
What do you mean? Can I trade the question and answer? I don't.
No, you could trade the answer with any of the other answers, or the question with any of the other 15 answers or questions.
I'll trade I am Groot.
Oh, no. They have to be ones we don't see yet.
One we haven't flipped over yet. You can put
You could trade either of these.
No, just go for it.
Go for it. The answer is my Netflix password. The answer is my Netflix password. And the question is, what do my friends and family have in common? That is a correct answer. We have 5 for 5. All of them match. Give a round of applause for Isaac for Magic Jeopardy. So I've got one more magic trick up my sleeve, and then if we have time, I'm going to teach everyone a magic trick that's pretty amazing. This is a magic trick that uses a dry erase board, a dry erase pen, and my gigantic brain. Let's see who is on camera that hasn't helped. Carlos's young lady. Young lady, what is your name?
She is Antonella Valentina.
Antonella, would you name a number between 0 and 9 and say it out loud?
Un número del 09. Sí, 8.
8. Excellent. You can mute your microphone. Nicholas Cohen, would you pick another number between 0 and 9 and say it out loud?
7, please.
Thank you. You can mute your microphone. So we have the numbers 8 and 7. So Beth Fuller, would you like me to use the number 87 or 78? Your choice.
78.
78. A random 2-digit number put together by all of you. You can mute your microphone. I'll take 16 seconds of your time. I'll fill this grid with 16 numbers that are not random. Not random. And then I will show you something amazing. Woo! Here we go. Kids, stay in school. 13 plus 10 plus 7 plus 48 adds up to your number 78. The math is good. Keep doing the math with me. Let's go. 8 plus 47 plus 14 plus 9 adds up to your number 78. Faster. We'll go, let's go 5 plus, no, that's not right. 46 plus 5 plus 12 plus 15 adds up to your number 78. 11 plus 16 plus 45 plus 6 adds up to 78. Let's see. Is my math good? I'll watch your eyes because I can't see the screen around. It is? No, the math is not good. The math is great because that's the horizontal. Check out the vertical. 13 plus 8 is 21 plus 11 is 32. 32 plus 46 is your number 78. 10 plus 47 is 57. 62 plus 16 is 78. 21, 33. 33 plus 45 is 78. These add up to 78, but wait, there's more. Do you see it? Yes, very good. The diagonal adds up to 78. The other diagonal adds up to 78. Even the 4 corners add up to 78. The inside 4 up to 78. These 4 up to 78. 78. 78, 78, 78, 78. There are 78 different ways that these numbers add up to 78, but if you need continuous deployment, there's only one great solution. Armory number 1, and the crowd goes wild. Now the teaching portion. Everybody, find 2 rubber bands. In a bind, you can use hair bands. If you don't have rubber bands, you can still learn the magic trick. We'll start teaching in about a half a minute. I'll show you what kind of rubber bands I have. You only need 2, but I've got orange and blue. They're about 2.5 inches across the center of the circle. And they're not that thick. They're not that thin. Right in the middle. Goldilocks right in the middle. Excellent. Everybody watch me perform the magic trick first. And then I teach you the magic trick with the 2 rubber bands. And then I'll show you how to entertain your friends and family on Zoom calls, especially if you have to give a presentation. I will take 1 rubber band, everyone. And I place it on my right hand. It's on my pinky and ring finger. Watch closely. I say the magic word Kubernetes. When I say it, it magically travels to my first finger, my index finger, and my middle finger. It's a miracle. Can it go back? Yes, it can. I say the magic word Kubernetes, and just like that, it travels back. Now I'm going to make it infinitely more difficult. I take a blue rubber band, and I make a fence. Excellent. That orange rubber band is trapped on my pinky and ring finger. Can I still make it travel? The answer is absolutely. I say the magic word Kubernetes, and just like that, it travels to the other side. Now I'm going to show everybody the secret, and I'm going to tell you how to use it. Everybody, take the rubber band or the hairband, place it on 2 fingers, your pinky and your ring finger. Do it on your dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, place it on your right hand. If you're left-handed, place it on your left hand. Now I'm going to show you the secret first, then you're going to do it. This is the audience point of view. This is backstage or the performer's point of view. So what I do is when I pull diagonally across back and forth, here's the secret part. I make a fist and I rest the rubber band on my fingernails. When I lift my hand up, the rubber band on my fingernails causes it to travel to the other side. So what essentially is happening, it's traveling from here to here to here to here. So everybody do it with me. Everybody place the rubber band on 2 fingers, the pinky and the ring finger. Pull diagonally across, cross, cross. Make a fist and rest the rubber band on your fingernails. When you lift up, the magic does it itself. Let me see you do it. Yes, I saw Fernando's partner do it. Did Fernando do it? Let's see. Did Ed, Chen, did you get it? Beth, it looks like you got it. Good job, Isaac's young man, Levi. Now let's make it go back. I'll do it from the audience point of view. Go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I make a fist. I rest the rubber band on my fingernails, and when I lift up, it magically travels. Yes, magic boy. But how did you do it when you put the blue rubber band on and made a fence? That makes it completely impossible. Or does it? Everybody, grab the second rubber band, turn it 180, place it on the next finger, turn it 180, next finger, 180, next finger. So you're essentially making a fist. Not a fist, a fence. Now, the exact same thing is happening. The rubber band is traveling like this and like this, even though you have the fence. I'll show you what it looks like from the backstage point of view. I pull diagonally across. I make a fist. I rest it on my fingernails. I lift it up, and it travels. It still works. I pull back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I rest I make a fist. I rest it on my fingernails. When I lift up, it still travels. It's amazing. Even when you know how it works, it's still pretty cool, isn't it? Now, here's the real secret. Everyone, bring your attention up to me. People do not learn through facts and information and graphs and charts and statistics. People learn through storytelling. And magic is the perfect storytelling because people need they need your 100% focus. They can't be multitasking, doing something else and enjoy a magic trick. So the next time you're on a Zoom call, you show them this magic trick, but your job is to create a story. And the story is that these rubber bands represent something. They're a metaphor. So it could be as simple as this orange rubber band represents Harry Houdini, the world's greatest escape artist. This blue fence represents Alcatraz, the most difficult jail to ever escape from in the Bay Area because it's an island and it's got surrounded by sharks. I say the magic word, Kubernetes. Could Houdini escape from Alcatraz? Absolutely. And he does that because he has Armory. Now, all of you can make up your own story. It could be a life story, a personal story. It could be something about a product for marketing or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to look at the challenge, which is the fence, and the solution for the challenge. And the solution helps you solve it. So all of you now create your own stories, share the magic, bring joy and delight to other people, and make experiences online more magical because God knows we could all use a hug. So I'm Robert Strong. Thanks for your time, everyone. I'll stay on the call, though. Bye, everyone. Thank you. And Roz, you can take over.
Yeah, great job, Robert.
Claps all around.
That was freaking amazing.
Claps.
My son was skeptical at the beginning. He was like, "This is not a magic show," and then he loved it. I can't do the trick with the fence though. I'm all thumbs.
I can't either. Not right now.
You're muted, Robert, by the way.
A little practice, you'll get it. And I think Isaac is now spotlighted. Now you are. Good.
And luckily, I have all night to practice it. You know, I mean, I can just. This is what I'm going to be doing tonight. I was gonna create version 2 of the captain's log, but screw that. Magic time. What am I doing? Are we talking about projects for a couple minutes, Peter? Is that?
Yeah, take it away. Why don't we talk about our leaderboard and see who's our top contributors. They will be winning Nintendo Switches. Very exciting. If we can find them on Amazon, right?
Oh, we can find them. I was looking today. So we can find them. Armory is willing to pay the premium for the Switch right now. Switch Lite. But yeah, it's happening. I'm going to share my screen and we'll look at the leaderboard for a second. And then I want to talk, brag on our projects for a minute. Oh, this is my thing that, oh no, I don't want to end the meeting for all. I definitely don't want to do that. Let's cancel that, Rosalind. Okay, so here's my leaderboard. Let's just take a second to take a look at this. It is on a significant lag, so we don't know who the front runners are for the end, and we won't know until after the event is over. But I just want to brag on a couple of people, everyone on the leaderboard. So I want to brag on Chini. As I said at the beginning of the call, Chini has been in the lead since the beginning and got super excited about this hackathon and is all in. And
yeah, Chini
is like now deeper into the Spin CLI than most people who are currently in the project because it doesn't really have an owner. So thank you so much, Chini, for like jumping in and finding places to improve the Spin CLI and also taking other participants along with you. I want to call you out for doing that because you gave other participants the ability to collaborate in your project, and that's beautiful. That's Spinnaker story. We also have Asif Sheikh, who is nipping at our heels a little bit. We'll see what happens tonight. We've got Asif, so that's Ripclaw FFB. I love your GitHub handle, by the way. We also have Stephanie Lee, who joined the hackathon from a marketing background and has been doing some really cool documentation updates and trying to get into
it is my home girl right now, Roz.
Yeah, super exciting. And then the next person I want to call out, it was not able to be on this call because he lives in Dubai and it's like 2 a.m. for him right now, or 3, but this is Ige, and he not only does he have a significant showing on the leaderboard, he's got 21 points as of last night, but he also has volunteered to co-lead a contributor experience SIG with me. And I'm super excited about that. And he's also working on creating a contributor, working with me to create the contributor experience and gamification app that I've been dreaming of since I started in October. So super excited about that and more to come for that. And we'll have something for you all to use and play around with by the October Gardening Days. Also, Andres has entered the community somewhat recently and has been making a lot of documentation contributions like over the last months. And he's joined into this event and he's got some good stuff going. The next person on the leaderboard is Chris Rule. And Chris, if you are still on the call, I would love it if you could take a second to talk to us about the project. Talk to us about your project.
Sure.
And I should give Chini the opportunity to do this too. Go ahead, Chris.
Sure. So we've been making instructions as well as a run job manifest to that all works together to be able to create a Spinnaker pipeline that Spinnaker operators can use to add accounts to dynamic account configuration. So the ability to have a pipeline create your infrastructure, then take the credentials out of there, store it in Vault, and then have those brought in automatically through dynamic accounts into your Vault configuration.
Yeah, super exciting. And this is something that came up in the Operations SIG, which you can find at the Spinnaker Governance repository. This is an exciting, relatively new SIG, and I've been sort of involved in it. And this is probably the top ask that the Op SIG gets. So it's amazing that we're using this time to create some automation for folks to use. Chini, I skipped over you. If you're still on the call, do you want to take a second to talk about what you've been working on in the event?
Yeah, I've just been working on a way to do projects in the dashboard through the Spin CLI, creating them and also like just the functionality around that. So, also like added to the Spinnaker like library to round it out. So hopefully it's easy for other people to pick up on it.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you so much, Chini. Abdul, Basi, Kabir is the next on the leaderboard, and I think it is it's early middle of the night for him too. He's in Nigeria, and he has been working on a few different projects. Is Christos Arvantis on the call? He, I think, has been working on the team that's building like a walkthrough of a complete SDLC. So like Jenkins, co-commit, Jenkins trigger, all the way through to Prometheus monitoring.
He has been working on that and setting up the infrastructure for it so that others can follow along. That's really exciting. We've got Carl Seuss, who joined the event pretty recently, like towards the end. He's a contributor who's in the mix quite a lot, and he saw us and thought, hey, I'll join too. He's in New Zealand. Also got Augustas Verbikas, and he is coming to us from Lithuania, I believe. And he has been working on a few different projects, picked up some Kubernetes issues, and I think has also been working with Chris on that project. On the dynamic accounts project. We've also got Ramesh, who I know put his first PR into Spinnaker yesterday, super exciting, and got some coaching also from Andres, which is really cool to see like participants coaching each other and working together on projects. We've got, oh, thank you. We've got Catherine Lewis, who works for Armory and is an on-call gardener, so may have been helping in that capacity, as well as Surad, Abhilash, and Christopher, who have a few points now. We'll see tomorrow if maybe they've jumped up in the point count. So really the only other thing that I want to talk about very briefly, if I can, is just our projects page. Let's see if I search for it. I did not prepare for this moment, but yeah. This is a place, first of all, this repository is a place where you can come to learn about gardening days, whether gardening is happening or not. Currently, you can go here to find out about what the event is all about and help you get prepared for the next one, because we're going to keep having these events. And my favorite page on here is the projects, ideas, and teams page. PRs are welcome to this. I want to use this as a place to collect some of the projects that we want to work on in the next gardening days. And you can see here where the ideas are coming from, and also which teams are currently working on the ideas. Other cool projects that we have going on right now, I'm not sure we have anyone on the call working on these, but we have a Nomad plugin being built, as well as a plugin that's being built to add support for Microsoft Teams notifications, which is super exciting. And there were a few other plugin projects that I'm not sure how far they got, but exciting ideas for next time. So this is the place to go and check out. Another thing I wanted to call out is that we do have a bunch of UI UX stuff for people to work on in Spinnaker. And I think we really have a need for more UI UX developers to come into the community and start addressing some of these things in React and Angular. Not only do we have this list of 4 things, but also the list of the list of issues tagged beginner friendly on GitHub. Most of them are UI issues. So if you are a front end developer and you want to cut your teeth on an open source project, we need you, and I will spotlight you and I will enable you as much as you can. So reach out to me if you're interested in working on some of those. And I will stop my share here. Thank you for taking a look at that. And thank you everybody for your hard work in the hackathon.
Thank you for updating us all, Roz. It's 7:04 San Mateo time right now. We want to make sure that everyone that hasn't grabbed dinner yet or hasn't, started drinking yet, to make sure that, you stay hydrated. It's about community, right, Roz?
Sure is.
And we have an excellent community here. I'm seeing everyone here that's active on Zoom right now, on our Slack channels. This is only our second try at this very new virtual online hackathon. I think originally the first version, Roz, right, we had Salesforce Tower, and we were going to be like high above the hills, We were going
to do the first event in Salesforce Tower, and we had to pivot on the spot and turn it into
But I mean, honestly, I think this pivot has been so great because not everyone can so easily go to San Francisco, climb those stairs all the way up to the top. But an event like this allows everyone to join virtually. It's not too hard to join, to send out a Zoom link. It's not too hard to send out a Jitsi link. Shout out to Jitsi for being our open source video, partner. So this is just about us. This is about Spinnaker. We appreciate everyone for joining us tonight, and we want to make sure that we keep that energy and momentum going. Roz is going to be on for another 12 or 24 hours. She has Red Bull, she has coffee. She's based in Portland, so it's Starbucks deliveries to your door. I know it already. But other than that, thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. Feel free to hang out. I know Robert, oh my gosh, great job, Robert. Thank you so much for joining us.
Robert, can I just go ahead and say we want you to perform again at the Spinnaker Summit or the Contributor Days? So I'm a huge fan of yours now, and I can't wait to promote this video because that was awesome.
I would love that. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I think you have 1 million new fans, allegedly, according to our live streaming numbers. So we'll check that. And we want to make sure that everyone here, again, has a really awesome night, morning, afternoon, wherever you're from. Roz will be here. I will not, but Roz will be here for another 24 to 48 hours until, you know, we will see.
And also, I live in Portland. No, I don't order coffee from Starbucks or Red Bull. Know your audience. Come on.
Okay.
But anyway, want to wrap? Should we wrap up? Should we?
Yes, please. Closing words, please, Roz. Closing words for the main event. And then, like I said, this room will be open indefinitely.
So my only, this room will stay open. I'm going to go have dinner with my family, but you can come and chat with me anytime. I'm here for you. I want to talk to you. I want to get you unblocked. If you you do still have some time to work on the hackathon, more than 12 hours. So if you want to earn some points, you want to find out where you can jump in, ping me in Slack or in the Zoom channel. But really, as far as closing words, the only things I have to say is for me, what has been magical and addicting and exciting about getting involved in the Spinnaker community is that at its core, Spinnaker as a software solution is about agency, delegating agency, sharing agency, and empowering people to deliver their dreams and to do that without having a bunch of BS overhead that they have to go through to do that. That's what this project is about. That's what this community is about. And I find that very inspiring, and I hope you do too. So please join us for the next gardening days and continue to stay engaged in this gardening days. And you don't have to contribute just during gardening days, because I will find a way to reward you in between times too. So stay tuned for that. And I love you all. And that's all. And thank you, teams. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Armory folks.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You,
Isaac, thank you again. Spotlight on Isaac for ascending to the steering committee.
Well, spotlight back on Rosalind for putting this amazing event together and getting a whole bunch of people together to take Spinnaker to that next level. This is already better than your first time that you did it. I can't wait to see the third time. This is awesome.
Best drink I take.
All right. On that note, can't wait to see the third time. Can't wait to see you there. I promise I'll market it. Next time. Bye.
You look so classy.